and welcome to your doom. Apparently. Oh, we lost our thing here. And welcome to your doom. Or also known as Before Journey to the Farlands. So, yeah, we're here with episode 1. I filmed 2 episodes prior to this, I just put them in a megasode. But yeah, we're going to be departing from Spawn today. Don't worry, there's the actual Journey to the Farlands. I streamed it yesterday and the day before. A lot of time. I'll talk about that this episode, I'm sure. But yeah, let's get into Before Journey to the Farlands. And I guess get ready to depart from Spawn. Because that is what we will be doing first. Although I don't know if I'll be able to make it through the night. Oh, we did. Okay. Well, I'm going to grab this bed and take it with me. And yeah, I think it's high time we get out of here. We gotta get out of Spawn. Um, in case you missed it, I yeah I walked a certain distance in Journey to the Farlands that was not streamed nor recorded, so I am doing that or covering that now. So yes, I am getting around to that finally. Oh, we have no arrows. I left my flint. Well, we might not be able to. It was not a clean start. I left my flint. I should grab that. I did leave my flint there. Shoot. I don't know if I left it at the bottom. If I left it at the bottom, oh, okay, it's right here. There we go. Okay, we're ready. But yes, let's depart from Spawn for the second time in Journey to the Farlands. Then don't worry, the other series is still very alive and well. Like I said, I'm just filming this to get coverage on the early parts of the series that I otherwise would not have covered. I haven't used a bow and arrow. I should really get one in the actual Journey to the Farlands as well. But yes, I guess if people are watching the playlist, this will be the first actual episode of Journey to the Farlands that they watch. And unfortunately, you do not get the August commentary because I did not stream it back then. But hopefully, future me, present me can, 11 months later, me can at least make it a little bit more entertaining. Hopefully. But yes. All right. I need to make some stuff. This was back when I made like nothing at all. Oh, we got like no room, do we? Getting flashbacks to the beginning of Journey to the Farlands where I just did not have anything. I only made like 3 boats. Oh, I don't even have my second thing yet. How depressing. There we go. And I'll convert some of this over here. Okay, I'm gonna try and minimize my photo thing so I can at least see what's going on the stream. Okay, so I have the first coordinate we need to go to. It's kind of what part of this is going to be the series here. We're going to be emulating the journey. I'll try to emulate it as closely as I can without the lag and without the the jitters. Oh well, I don't have to worry about it this episode anyway. I'll have to disable them for next episode. I don't think. Well, actually, maybe in the next few episodes we might actually reach a jitter point. I mean, we're already crossing them as we go. We're yeah, we're going to be crossing jitter points for a while. And what I mean by that is, I think every exponent of 2 worsens the jitters just a little bit. And it's only really noticeable about 60,000 blocks away from spawn. I started noticing it, especially at the 100 and something thousand. It's the next power above it, I believe. Next power of 2 above it. And then the next power 2 after that, it's even worse, and then even worse. And yeah, so it compounds. So yes, but I've not worried about the jitters in a long time. Oh, I found them kind of fun actually. Oh wait, am I grabbing mushrooms? Yes, I am. Even though I have no room. I guess I'll just have to throw out some of that wood. I'm also keeping my eye out for familiar locales, but I'm not too sure if I have taken an exact mirror of a path. I know I did use a boat, but I'm also trying to reach the same points I did prior. Oh, I didn't even grab the mushrooms I had at the base. That's fine. You know what? We're doing it a little differently this time. I like how I default to walking diagonally. We're trying to walk in a straight line. I still haven't really decided. I guess I have to decide now whether I want to continue in a straight line or if I want to go diagonal. Because I did go in a straight line for a good 200,000 or a good odd 200,000 blocks, and then I went diagonal, and then I accounted for the difference. So maybe we'll do all that again, all that what's the word, shenaniganry, just all the tomfoolery that entailed. I suppose so. But yeah, the journey, I mean, I guess this shows that the journey hasn't really changed since it started. It's basically the same thing. And this is what it's going to be like for the next 100 episodes or so. Until we get back to 1.54 million. But at least you get to see the earliest moments of the journey. Oh, yeah, I gotta go this way. I don't know why, but I like really drifted off. Also, you have no idea if I'll run into any familiar sites because this was so long ago. I mean, I'm talking millions of blocks, so I probably, chances are I might not even be able to remember a whole lot of it to begin with, but anyhow. Well, we're almost there. It's only like 100 blocks off our first point. There's 1,000 blocks of Journey to the Farlands already. In 7 minutes. Well, yeah. Well, the journey begins anew, I guess. Yeah, I did a lot of long episodes. I did 2 11-hour episodes recently, which, oh, I don't know how I did it. I really don't. I think it's a good little bit over this way. 9,300. Oh, it's like a good 100 or a few blocks over this way. Oh, yeah, there it is. Right down this way. Our first screenshot. I'm not going to take the screenshots again, by the way. I'm just like showing them to you guys, I guess, as I took them. First screenshot was like right about here. There was not water there, but first screenshot. Huzzah. I was actually, I think I was underneath one of these trees over here because I see a shadow in the photo. But anyway, I shall move on to the next photo. The next coordinate photo. Anyway, I'm not going to go to try see if I can find the non-ones coordinate photos. Where did? Oh, my thing's not working. I'll give it a minute. Oh, that was our first big old milestone. Okay, we have to go another 5,000 blocks now. It's starting to add up. There's gonna be a lot of pausing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going through photos and stuff, but I figured it'd be kind of neat to show you guys some of the photos I took. And I guess we'll be remaining relatively in a straight line for a few thousand blocks. So yeah, I can enjoy the terrain a little bit. Enjoy the lovely surroundings that I experienced probably 11 months ago. I think it's kind of a bit of a stroll down memory lane almost. A jolly jaunt down the lane. But yeah, It's gonna be a bit weird, I'm sure, with the playlist. Like it's gonna be like 100 episodes of before Journey to the Farlands. I think at least 100 I've calculated because at my regular pace, it was about 100 days it took me to cover that distance. So we'll see how long it takes to cover the first million. Of course, I'm not filming this daily like Journey to the Farlands. This is only gonna be like a weekly thing every once in a while. Of course, there's the third. I think there's the third episode of the week. I'll probably do a bunch of them in the summer while I can. But I for sure probably won't be prioritizing this by any means. So this might actually be catching up with the actual journey at some point. The journey might actually be closer to completion when I'm actually done this. I have no idea. Really does depend. Really does depend. I drift over this way a little bit. And I'm probably gonna do hidey holes, which I didn't do in no, I guess not. I'll just do regular beds. I'll try and stay faithful. I just won't do the torch thing. I'm gonna make sure I do the torch thing right in case I do die. Which I did die in one of the most recent episodes. I think that's the third time I've died journeying. I think the first time it was to skeletons. Or was that the very first time? I'm not too sure because I remember dying 3 times. Oh yeah, once was in lava, once was with skeletons, and once was with a creeper. I think the dumbest death I ever did in Journey of the Farlands was when I died to the lava because that was just complete utter. I just it was not the smartest thing. Definitely not the smartest thing I could have done in Journey of the Farlands for sure. But yeah, definitely dying to the lava. I fall into pits all the time. I'm surprised I haven't fallen into any more of those lava pools by now. Yeah, actually, it wasn't a lava pool. It was a lava like waterfall kind of thing, or it's one of those things. And in a cave, I fell into it, and I couldn't recover my stuff because I forgot where I died. So that stuff could probably still be lying around somewhere in the actual world. Hello, creeper. That was a lot of arrows. Took a lot of arrows to get to the core of that creeper. I forgot the bow is like, it's not the greatest out there, I realize. Cheating death, are we? Uh, gosh. Early Journey to the Farlands. What a time, what a time. Oh, I need to break out a boat, I think. It's nice having some fresh gear, even though the pickaxe is already pretty worn through from spawn mining. It's one thing I didn't do at spawn before. I think I should just mine with diamond when I do get it, though. I think it's it's a bit of a shame not to, because iron is so much slower. At least when you compound it, like by regular mining standards, it's okay mining with iron. But when you compare it to diamond, like it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. It is pretty solid nonetheless. But yes, we have moved on from spawn at last. Let me see. Well, the mic's fairly close. I could turn my actual mic volume up. It's fairly high as it is, though. At least from what I can tell. Let me share some sheep. I guess I also do talk quietly sometimes too. Not always the most vocal, but What am I missing? I'm missing something in my hotbar. Oh, I guess this is the third tool. I'll just use the bow. It is pretty useful in a pinch. I should definitely get one in the modern journey. Yes. I haven't decided if I'll just call it the modern journey or what. Or the actual journey. I guess I could just say the actual journey. It makes the most sense. Because this is technically that journey, same journey, but just streaming it this time, rather than just starting to stream it much later down the line. But yes, well, I gotta work my way back a little bit if I want to get to the first screen or the second screenshot location from the original journey I did. I don't remember any of this. I mean, fair enough. It's hard enough for me to remember like what I did, or like the terrain I covered last episode. But still, I mean, I should at least be able to remember some of it. Maybe I will at some point. I wonder if I can run into some of the iconic terrain that I ran into when I first did the journey. There was some terrain that just stuck with me, so I wonder if I can encounter that same terrain and maybe even get a screenshot of something that I definitely forgot to get a screenshot of before. I only took just so many screenshots in the beginning of the journey. I probably could have taken more, but I guess I was also worried about space, like hard drive space, taking too many screenshots because they do definitely add up. I don't even know what size the screenshot folder is right now. Because in the main journey to the Farlands, I'm like 28% of the way to the Farlands, like almost 3.6 million. I'll probably be crossing that in probably like next week or maybe tomorrow. Depends if I get another big stream in. But like I got a lot of screenshots from 3.6 million blocks of terrain, but not as many as you might think actually. I don't take them like I didn't take them religiously like, all the time. This is kind of neat terrain. It's fairly standard, run of the mill, but it definitely has some of that nostalgia factor. I don't remember at what point it was either. Could have been a long ways off. And yes, I'm going to go through the same hardships I did when I originally walked the journey. So I'm going in a straight line like this for a good 200 and something thousand. I think I actually have it written down somewhere in one of my docs or something. So I could go check some of my documents and see exactly when I stopped and went that diagonal direction. I even have daily progress too, like down to the day. Like in my notebook, it says on day 1 of Journey of the Farlands, I walked 1,771 blocks. Day 2 was 2,078. So I guess we'll see just how efficient I am in comparison. Although I don't know where I went in the first day, so I can say I can only keep track of the block distance. Wow. Right. A few thousand blocks a day. Very epic. I'm not too sure. I do like work today, so I can't film the entire day today. So I'm trying to figure out at what point I'll cut this off and do Journey of the Farlands. I might just do a shorter episode today of Journey of the Farlands, where I can just do a longer episode of this just to start. Oh, have we beat our? Oh no, we were at 3,849 at the end of day 2. I think we might have a bit of a setback too because I left a little late in the day already because I had to grab my flint. Had that false start there. The false start. But we are, anyways, working our way to the Farlands in the second world, I guess. I don't know. It's a bit weird for me to get my head wrapped around because, I mean, I remember the journey to the Farlands, or like the original stuff, but of course, you guys will never be able to watch that because I never streamed it. Because I guess I could say why. Because I just didn't really think it'd be something. I wanted it to be like a kind of like just like a me thing rather like I didn't want to archive it or anything like that. I was just like I just want it to be my own kind of journey and not have other people like going through with a fine comb kind of thing. But I kind of changed my mind after a few months. It took me months. Yes, it took me months to change my mind on that. I was also pretty new to streaming, so I was hesitant about really doing anything regarding the streaming. Like I just was very hesitant on things. But that's okay. It's all right for me to be a little bit hesitant about things. And I think it's like fairly just anyway, because streaming and recording and all that jazz. I mean, I mainly just do streaming, like honestly, but um, it's a bit of an endeavor to get into. For, definitely quite the endeavor. I didn't want to take it lightly. I didn't take the journey to the Farlands lightly to begin with. I might have taken it a bit lighter than maybe I had realized, but it was not quite taken lightly. I was very adamant that I would like stop the journey early on after a good few tens of thousands of blocks and just be like, okay, this is boring. I should do something different. And I'm glad I didn't do that because the Journey to the Farlands series is definitely the most, or my favorite series and favorite world I've had in Minecraft. Like favorite YouTube series I've done, which isn't really that big a deal because I haven't really done that many of them yet. It's like the second series I ever did, which I guess is probably why I like it so much. It's definitely stood the test of time, and whether it'll stand the test of time from here on to the future, we will find out. I'm sure it'll have no trouble because the journey is just, I don't know, there's something inherently adventurous about it all that I really appreciate. I talk about that, I guess, in the last episode, about an hour in. Not the last episode of this. I'm in the last episode of Journey to the Farlands, episode 168, I believe. No, it's 69 actually. An hour into 169, where I was talking about the journey and whatnot. I wouldn't call myself selfish for wanting to just keep it to myself, the journey, for the first little while. I think I more or less was just like, is that hesitancy, and you know, I didn't really want to put this out there right away, or probably like at all at that point. But I definitely remember watching a lot of Kurt J. Mack, Ant Venom. What else? I don't remember what I watched. Probably just a bunch of random YouTube too. And I'm sure I chatted with like a few friends at some points. Because unless you're doing a commentary, like which I didn't do a single commentary for the first few months, of course, because wasn't streaming, I must have been watching a lot of YouTube or listening to a lot of music for that period. And this will probably mirror that, especially in the no commentary episodes. Even if I do film this like a few times a week, I'm probably not going to do commentary every episode. Just like with Modern Journey of the Farlands. Just because I have my limits, even if it is a few times a week. I mean, I could theoretically do it, but I'm not too bothered with it. Don't really feel like bothering myself with it. I think every once in a while a good commentary is nice. But I don't want to oversaturate it. I mean, I'm sure people watching would love to have every episode be a commentary, but there's also something called limits, which I do have. But yeah, tremendous progress in Journey of the Farlands, though. Like over 100,000 blocks. I think it was like ended up being like 115k in 2 days, which I'm pretty darn impressed with because that's a big number for just a few days. I blazed through 3.5 million in like 2 days, and I don't even I won't even get to see much of it. Well, I saw most of it in like the 2 episodes. This is the funny part. It wasn't spread out like they usually are, but that's probably the way it should be, especially considering it's summer and I got not a whole lot better stuff to do right now, at least for like in general, like other games. I'm kind of out of the rotation of games right now. All right, I think I wanted to do modded tomorrow. I might do if I do get into Kerbal, I'll do that tomorrow. Kerbal Space Program. If I do get into that, I'll do it tomorrow, the 22nd. But I'll probably edit it, so it'll probably be like next week, out next week kind of thing. And then I'll do probably a modded episode within the next few days. Try and get that edited quickly. If I can, I don't know. I like to make all these promises but I'll try and manage things a little bit. I mean, they're fairly manageable, but I say things about times when I'll probably have a different like train of thought kind of thing. I got to work my way back a little bit. I shall work my way back to the course that we are going towards. Negative 168, 6,007. So we still have a odd 2,000 more blocks to go. I believe in the original day I would have done this, so this is technically August 16th. If I was going by the original journey dates for like the episodes. So I would have filmed this directly after the last one. So basically imagine these as being daily episodes, but not, I guess, because they aren't uploaded on the same schedule as I originally recorded, because I got the main journey to the Farlands, where I am now at 3.56 million or whatever. So yes, unfortunately it will not be quite the same. No, never 100% the same, but at least you got something. And you got me. You got me from the future. So yes, just don't look at the date this video is uploaded, July 2023. Just pretend it's August. Basically, is what I'm saying. But this is August 16th episode, essentially. And in that episode, I would have walked, I think, 40k. I walked 41,000 blocks, which, am I really going to walk that to this episode? I don't know. I really don't know. Why did I put wood? Okay, I need to make some boats. And maybe some beds too. Oh, feather. I need to make arrows. Oh, I need sticks. Oh, and then I gotta put the flint on top. Okay. I could probably get rid of the iron, some coal. I'm just gonna start throwing stuff out willy-nilly because I don't really, like, I don't really care about a lot of the junk I have. I'll make a pink wool bed, even though it's not actually pink wool bed, but that's not in Minecraft until 1.12. Excuse me. Right. Oh yeah, I guess I do throw out my sticks. I could just hang on to them though, can't I? Okay, then some boats. We're a little bit more limited. Oh yeah, I'll make a. Oh no, I already have a second crafting table. I already did that. I already thought about it. Too predictable. Okay. Maybe this is why it's taken me 11 months to get to the Farlands, because I do stuff like this. I don't even know how inefficient it was back then. Gosh. There's no video proof of it back then, so you know, it's probably a good thing. It was probably very rough in the beginning, the walking, but yeah, that is kind of the issue though, is that there was no video of it. I did do a mini-sode at some point in the playlist of the journey, where I showed off some videos from early in the journey, some like footage that I had taken as like test footage. I didn't even have recording software. I do now, like I have OBS, but I don't actually record anything. I always stream it. I'm sure some of you streaming pros, or like, you know, people who actually stream or record probably are like, why don't you save backups of your episodes? You madmen. And honestly, I don't, like, I might have the space for storage, but I don't know. I don't know if I really care. Like, I know if YouTube goes down one day, then all the journey is gone basically. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna have the world, and at least the gratification will still be there. And I feel like by the time YouTube's gone, I probably, like, I doubt, I don't even know. Like, I don't know if YouTube will like be gone within my lifetime or or not. Like, I'm just, it's like even like down to that. I don't really know a whole lot about that, all that stuff, like the longevity of things and whatnot, because YouTube is so huge. Because there's stuff constantly being put on it, so it's definitely curious as to how long it'll last. And yeah, it's not the smartest decision, I know, but I also haven't really been known to make the the biggest of or the most smartest of decision historically. It's not, as I'm not even saying that as like justification or excuse. I'm just saying I just don't make the best decisions about the journey to the Farlands or like my streaming with like the archiving and whatnot. That, I mean, that would be true archiving. You know, if you had the everything saved, take a drive. But realistically, I don't really have a drive to save it to. And even if I did, I have a big drive in my computer, but that's exclusively for like backups from like worlds and like and like I'm sure Sims neighborhoods and Minecraft worlds like Journey to the Farlands. I do still back up this world every once in a while, probably like once every few weeks, because I want to at least have somewhere to go if the world corrupts, which I have no idea if it'll actually do that ever. I have no idea how stable this version is regarding corruption. I really think it only is related to the whole corruption thing is only really related to like the game crashing or like a power outage kind of thing, or like your memory being full. I'm not too sure though, but I feel like it has to do with those kinds of things. But I could be wrong. We'll be approaching our first landmark in an odd 500 blocks or so yonder this way. The sun was setting in the screenshot. I don't think I'll be able to make it to the landmark in time to see it like during the sunset like this. Yeah, this would have been when I'd seen it. There we go. Yeah, that's not quite the same. I want to see if I can at least see it before the sun completely descends below the horizon. 168, 400 blocks. Yeah, we might not be able to make it. Well, I've tried to get it at like the exact time of day, but we're a little bit behind, I guess. Or ahead. I'm not too sure. Oh, I think I remember this actually. Very loosely, of course. If I do remember some landmarks, then it'll be very, very old and vivid and not really all that well, kind of remembering. I'll still build with cobblestone. That was kind of my traditional thing I did. Oh, I didn't even place the torch. But I did place torches on them like this. Or not quite like that. In the original, I already talked about that, I think last episode of this series. So I will not worry about that. Oh, now I gotta go a good way over this way. I'm like drifting back and forth. Apologies for all the F3 nonsense of this episode. It'll probably go on throughout the series, I'll be honest, but I'll probably plan it out a bit better if I do kind of persist with this whole screenshot finding thing. I think it's kind of neat because I do follow a similar course, not quite the same because I think every time I do the journey, like you never walk the same way twice. I realize it's very unique the walking patterns you take in Minecraft. So yeah, it's probably not bound to be the same. Okay. Is it over? Where is it? I guess it's still a little ways over here. Oh yeah, that's right there. That's our first landmark, or I guess second landmark of the episode. Huzzah! Gonna grab some mushrooms real quick. I don't even know what I guess I didn't name them. I mean, it would have been neat, like if I, yeah, to ask people to name things. But I'd rather people name things when I'm actually at the Farlands. I feel like it might be a bit more meaningful. 68. So it was like this, except it was at like sunset. But yes, this is one of the milestones I found. Okay, next one. Okay, it's not too far from here. It's an odd 1,000 blocks in a straight line. And that's actually not. I didn't have too bad of a sense of what was cool, and whatnot back then. I thought maybe I'd be taking a lot more screenshots of random things. I mean, I think I definitely did do that because I remember taking a lot of screenshots of just my beds, just for no reason, like the interesting bed locations. I still kind of do that, but it has to be a really cool location for me to take a picture of it. Like I did one of my bed in a cave, which is basically just a hidey hole at that point. What else? In the ocean, on top of a mountain, on top of a weird tree, at the top of the world. Oh yeah, I remember I built that world height bed in Chaos Theory. That was a good episode. It is no commentary, but I think it's my best no commentary episode easily. Just one of the funniest, at least to me. I'm sure that kind of humor doesn't really. I just like that random, everything just going to chaos. I don't know if that's for everybody, but still, I still enjoyed it. And I haven't really done a whole lot of no commentary episodes like that, I realize. Because I guess I only get up to interesting stuff in commentary episodes, apparently. That is decided. Yeah, I think around the... Oh, yes, I get pet dogs. Yeah, I guess I'll have pet dogs in this series. Because at 300,000, I get my first pet dog. Around 300,000. I don't remember exactly when. So I'll have to do a bit of a ballpark around that area. And that'll be old Joseph. And then I'll get another one. I don't know when I get the second dog. I'll have to dig through some old Discord messages because I asked the New Craft Discord to name the dog. I guess I could ask you guys to name the dogs if any of you guys who are watching really want to name a dog, then suggest a way. I could have technically alternate dogs because this is not doesn't have to be exactly the same. I don't have to have old Joseph and Fredericky. It could be completely different. But Stuart is still Stuart because Stuart was my favorite. Stuart was around for like the longest, at least a good 20 episodes. I'm still sad that he disappeared, but I'm almost glad because like especially like I heard from watching TFC that like his commentary on wolves in beta Minecraft, like old Minecraft in general, pretty accurate. They are definitely not the smartest with their AI. They walk into danger willingly, and yeah, they're just kind of like tanks, and they just if they die, they die kind of thing. So yeah, that was a funny, relatable thing. I'm not saying it's not a good thing to have pet dogs in Minecraft, but in beta, it's a bit more tedious. I definitely have some appreciation for Kurt in bringing Wolfie all this way. I guess it's the same dog too. I have no idea. I haven't watched the whole series, so I have no idea if like he gets another Wolfie or anything. I know he had like 5 wolves at the beginning, and then they basically they all died, and then he found Wolfie, or maybe Wolfie was the survivor. I'm not too sure. It's been a while. That was also like 9, 10 months ago that I watched that, so it was a little while ago, for sure. Ugh. So I'm not too sure how far I'll go today. I might switch to no commentary after an hour, like usual, just so I can watch some Doctor Who and whatnot. And then, yeah, so 5:30 I'm off to work. So at least 4:30 to 5 I'll stop streaming overall today. That's still a good 3.5 to 4 hours. But do I want to spend all that time in this world, or do I want to end this episode and then do more? I feel like I've done so much in Journey to the Farlands already. I can do a longer episode again tomorrow if I really want to. I'll be prioritizing modded probably, and then Kerbal. Maybe I'll do that on Sunday because I work again Sunday, but I can do that before work on Sunday or after work, I guess. Oh yeah, because I only work till 6, so I actually can do some stuff after that shift. And then I gotta see when I'm going out to town, and then yeah. So I'll plan out the next week a little bit in terms of like episode load, like how much I walk and see. Oh my god! I realized the entire episode this time is not any audio. Oh my goodness! Can't exactly fix that. There. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. 45 minutes with no audio. That is dreadful. I forgot to change it from last night, from when I was going exclusively through the speakers for no commentary. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. Can't really change that now, unfortunately. So yeah, you'll just have to deal with the 45 minutes of no game audio. Not like it's anything different. It's just you can probably account for it, I'm sure. there's the game audio that I've been listening to this whole time, and you guys haven't. Oh, are we... Where do I need to go? Oh, I lost my photo. Good thing I peered over and checked that. 74. Oh, it's still a good few. I think this is it. I think this is it. The terrain I was talking about. It was here. I swear I remember walking through this. No shadow of a doubt. This is super close to the milestone as well. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this though. This is, I think this is exactly what I was remembering. I don't know why I remembered this specifically, but something about it. But yeah, it was like right directly away from where I was. Oh, it's over this way. Good, few good blocks. 236. Oh yeah, it's definitely over this way a little bit. So I think it was like right about here, actually exactly here. So this is another image I took. It was of this area, but I vividly remember walking through this area here specifically. Don't ask why. I have no idea why I remember that. I have almost a feeling of nostalgia, almost relating back on that. And I have not felt nostalgia so far apparently in the journey. Well, maybe at spawn a little bit, but it was more or less just the same old thing, same old beginning of world grind that I always do. So it's not all that different. But I am going to sit down or put my bed over here. I think my bed timing might be off. So let me check the days. So we're at 7,304. Yeah, so day 4 was to 7,965. So yeah, we're definitely a little bit behind schedule, but that's okay. We're covering the same train nonetheless. Okay, let's go to our next. No, I won't go to that one. Oh, the next, wow, next milestone is a little ways away. And we also have to go this way a little bit. Oh, that's cool though. I found that terrain at long last. I just remember it. I really don't know why, but I do remember vividly going through that terrain like 11 months ago. Or I guess almost 11 months ago. I guess it's not quite. Even the first day of the journey, the 14th, when I created the world, isn't quite 11 months ago, because that's still a month from now. August. And I'm debating doing an actual outpost, depending on when my vacation is, because I know I'm going on vacation in August. It'll probably be a shorter vacation, but a vacation nonetheless. So there'll be a few days off of Journey to the Farlands, even though I did promise that I would keep consistency, but a trip kind of inhibits that. So I'm going to work with it, yeah, but yeah, that's the plan, is that I'm going on a trip. So depending on where that interferes with, I'm going to be trying to do an outpost next month maybe, or at least like a TFC memorial a year after his passing. Just to honor him like even further than I did at the beginning of the series, because I don't really feel I did him justice. So I'm going to do a proper monument in the world here. Although I was also debating on whether or not to do that at the actual Farlands, so TFC could like see the Farlands kind of thing, like as like a statue. I'm not too sure. I still have not yet to think about all of the logistics yet. That's kind of like my idea though, is that I want to honor his kind of legacy he created with his vlogs and Hermitcraft and like the impact that all that had. especially the journey to the Farlands, of course, which is where this series gets its name from, is Tinfoil Chef's Journey to the Farlands. So yeah, it'll something about that. I'll kind of work on something like that at some point in the future, in maybe the immediate or little far future, if I do decide to just do that at the Farlands. And I was trying to think of how I would build a base at the Farlands, and I think what I kind of figured I could do is what I might do is I might just do like a symmetrical house that's like symmetrical to both the corners, or to like the corner, I mean. So it'll be like diagonal to it. It'll have like branches coming. It'll be like a mansion basically. That's my plan, is to live in like this mansion at the Farlands, and then just kind of do all this random stuff there. Well, I guess I spilled my plans. I'm sure I talked about them before. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. I think like for before Journey to the Farlands, I think in August what I originally wanted to do at the Farlands was something similar. I've always kind of wanted to do something there rather than just go to the Farlands, be like, hey, look, the Farlands, take a few screenshots, and then just dip, and that be the end of the series. I mean, I probably won't have a whole lot of time, I'll be honest, because even if I do get there a year from now, I'll still only have like a few weeks. Well, I guess we need to put it like that. It's a bit nicer. I could definitely work with a few weeks. Could just play it for a few weeks straight, kind of thing. But when I do get a new laptop, I'm probably going to transfer this world to that laptop and bring at least the journey with me to wherever I go. If I do go away, I could have the journey on like a laptop. Although it'd be like 100 gigabytes, so I'm not too sure. That's quite a big world. Depends what the size, then depends what the laptop size is, like how big the laptop storage is. Yeah. No, this is such an epic series. So if you have chosen to watch this series from the beginning and you are on the third video of the playlist, then bravo. Hope you enjoy the series. There's a lot of videos. Probably don't need to watch all of them. I wouldn't suggest watching every single video. Like if you watch only the commentary ones, then I definitely suggest at least skimming through a good bunch of them, because some of them are a bit more duds. Like, of course, the retconned episodes and the early Journey to the Farlands episodes are definitely a lot more technically a little more questionable. They got a lot more like dropped frames and audio issues. So I like when I'm talking in those early commentaries, a lot of my audio is like cut out. Like it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It like skips. That's what I mean, like by dropped frames, like it's like skipping ahead kind of thing. And so that's kind of that was a bit of an early problem. I did end up fixing it, but I think that remained like a problem until I switched to OBS. And then I just had a few more issues with the dropped frames, but it wasn't as bad. I did fix it, of course, a few months ago, so the most recent episodes have been buttery smooth. At least as buttery smooth as I'll get them. I think they're okay now. And in terms of quality, this is probably the best quality you guys are going to get until I get a better monitor. Then I can stream it in like Ultra HD 4K. Well, actually, I'm not even kidding about the 4K thing. I think my graphics card actually does run for 4K, but anyway. I still am running on like a 2012 monitor, so probably the same monitor I played on my first Minecraft world. So this monitor has been around for the long haul. And my second monitor is from like 2008, I think, or 2010. I don't even know. It's really old. It's older than the main monitor I use. I have not upgraded my monitors. It's kind of funny because I got like all this I've got like a bunch of expensive PC parts, and then I just got like these like old monitors, like decade-old monitor kind of thing. But I'll get around to it eventually. It's not really a money thing. It's more just an interest thing. Like I don't really care about getting new monitors, at least right now. Maybe in the future I may consider getting some proper monitors, you know, like modern But I'm fine with the way things are right now. Going a little old-fashioned. But yeah, the next milestone is 18,000 blocks out. Well, there is a few more in between, but none of them are really that special. Oh, I think I did 18,000 specifically because that's a jitter point. Is it? Let me check my jitter points document on my phone, or at least that I note I did. Jitter. I think I called it jitteriness quotient. I started at 65,000, but let me try and go to earlier powers. How about 2 to the power of, I don't remember the 2 to the power of what's. Is there e to the 2? 2 to the power of 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 65,000 is the first jitteriness quotient that you start to see things happen. I swear there were smaller ones, but I guess not. But yeah, early Journey of the Farlands was wicked. I got so much progress done. Like I said, 41,000 blocks in the first day of the journey, and then the second day I did 58,000 blocks. If only I'd kept that pace up. I'm kidding, of course. School is a thing, and so is work. Which I'm surprised I even managed to get so much progress when I did work too. It was also what was surprising. I did work a job last summer. I mean, working one this summer. It's just a different job. But yeah, crazy. Crazy. Journeying to the Farlands. What do I feel like watching after the commentary portion of this episode? I know I'm kind of cutting it off. I mean, that's kind of what I usually do, is cut it off at about an hour. I just do it so I can have time to myself, kind of thing, afterwards, at least, so I can still journey, but have time to watch like YouTube and whatnot, or Prime or whatever I'm watching. I'm debating. I might watch some TFC. We'll see, or Doctor Who. That's really the 2 big things I'm watching right now. Other than that, it's just random YouTube content. Because I do feel like getting a bit of taste of modernity sometimes, so I do watch some recent stuff. But I've also gotten such a big fix of modern Minecraft in the past few years, so it's nice to just exclusively do old Minecraft. So I'll stick to this until something with modern Minecraft pops up and I get excited about it again. But until then, I will pursue the journey and old craft and all that jazz, modded. Because those are my 3 Minecraft series. And then I guess also Kerbal, if I do that. I might watch a review of that maybe today or tomorrow and then decide whether that would really be something I'd want to do. I remember watching the game, but I don't remember much of it. I know you build rockets and send things into orbit and other planets and whatnot. But yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go do a no commentary portion, so I'm going to mute my mic and watch some television. If anyone else, I'm sure if anyone else shows up or chats, then I'll kind of chime in every once in a while. But oh yeah, I'll be no commentary for the remainder of the episode. Sorry, I had my mic unplugged. I'm doing good. Doing pretty solid. How are you doing if you're still there? How's your day going? Alright, I gotta switch the audio back. There we go. That's pretty neat. It's a neat formation. Is that... Have I seen that before? A waterfall. Wait. Oh yeah, I have seen this. I have seen this before. It's in my screenshot. Good. It's going pretty good. Just restreaming some old stuff I forgot to, or I just didn't stream for one of my series is Journey to the Farlands. It's called Before Journey to the Farlands, which takes place before I started streaming it. But yeah, that's why I'm so far back. 18,000 bucks into this world. Oh, fall down a whole pit, I see. I'll dig myself out then. Yes, I am taking a very similar course to how I did. I don't even know how long it was ago. 10 months? 11 months? Well, I guess it would be 11 months ago. Oh, it's all so confusing. Trying to be like, differentiate between two different series, because technically I'm just going to treat them as one. I'll work out a system eventually. Oh, the sun is rising. Or is it? Oh yeah. I mainly just play Minecraft. I have done other games. Like I've done like a series on like another game or two, and I've done something called spotlights on other games where I just do like one stream on like a different game. I might have a non-Minecraft series planned soon. I still have to work out whether I kind of figure it out if I really want to stream the game, make that into a thing. But I've kind of wanted to do a non-Minecraft series for a while. That's just a question. I guess I'll have to take a mining break soon to get some cobblestone. Well, in general, since I'd say, I guess it's been a year, because I started streaming around the same time last year on a Minecraft SMP I'd hosted back then. I was streaming, I did a few streams on that, and then I started this series in August of last year. Well, I guess not this specific one, this one's a new one, but it's based off a series I started in August. How about that? But yeah, I'd say about a year, or I guess just past a year now, I'm sure. Getting around that. Yeah, well, yeah, the YouTube's doing pretty good. Twitch is alright. I mainly just use Twitch just so I can stream it rather than just record. Usually most of it comes out of YouTube. usually like daily, but or it's for like this journeying stuff is daily, but I usually don't do commentary every day. Usually people like, I don't know, if people show up in chat, I might, you know, turn on the mic, or sometimes I'll just like text in or like message in the chat kind of thing. Kind of depends how I'm feeling, because I'm not exactly geared for daily commentary streams. That's, I don't know, it's a bit too much, but every once in a while I certainly do a commentary. But yeah, I do stream like pretty much every day, or I try to for the journey, just because of the pacing and whatnot. Okay, actually, yeah, I'll go gather some. My favorite game? I mean, probably Minecraft was definitely up there. And I definitely, I really like a lot of the like old games, like I'm sure like Grand Theft Auto and some Call of Duty games for sure too. Um, I like to play Sims. That's a fun one. Like a bunch of those games, because there's of course 4 of them. What else do I like to play? City Builders. I kind of am a bit all over the board. Some Nintendo games if I feel like it, although I usually don't play them I don't play them as much, but I do have some. And I do play a bit, oh yeah, I guess a bit of PlayStation, but I've kind of slowed down on most of that in recent times. Now, another bit, and oh yeah, I guess yeah, I can just keep going. Gosh, I'm not used to being this far. I'm not too sure. I haven't really. I mean, I guess I could take a look, but I'm not usually. I usually don't like go. I'm not usually what was the word? Oh, I don't know. I'm fine with the way things are, but I can look at your stuff though if you'd want a link to it. I'd always like to see some cool artwork and whatnot. I've just had people try to come to me in the past about it, and I'm not too bothered with it. Beam of 4. Well, it's the same as Twitch. Oh, that's going to be a wrap on today's Journey to the Farlands episode, I guess before the Journey to the Farlands. And yes, that is about it. We covered some good terrain. I guess it kind of made me realize that we didn't actually make it that far when I initially, or not that far. I didn't have that. No, I mean like the. Oh, jeez. I've been having trouble with outros lately. I've just been a bit scatterbrained, I guess. But no, what I'm getting at is the coverage we had back in August. I thought I was moving so much quicker. I think it was just because I was just had a lot more time to walk. I think that was really it. It's basically what we're at right now. Where we're at right now. So yeah, the rates are definitely not as different as I thought they were. But yeah, I'm not going to ramble on too much further. I'll save it for modded or Kerbal or whatever I do next after this. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up before I go on Scatterbrained too long. Thank you guys though for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.